is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Continuing our 2023 season sim here with a big Week 16 matchup here from beautiful SoFi Stadium. And it is the 9-5 Kansas City Chiefs here in LA to take on the 8-6 Los Angeles Chargers. This one was voted on you very quickly, very aggressively by the fans on our Discord channel as the one that you wanted to see here. Again, both these teams I think pretty much safe for the playoffs, but obviously the division is at stake. Good morning, Earl. Oh man, just getting off a midnight shift. Hope you're able to get some rest. Brother Mason, good morning to you. Icy, welcome to you as well. Good to have everybody on this morning. All right. So again, this was the one you voted on our Discord channel for the AFC Game of the Week. There's Mahomes, 4,300 yards, 36 touchdowns, and the 11 picks as well. Let's hope we get a good game on this one. That's what I root for. The Browns, of course, are already winning here in Week 16. Hope you had a chance to check that one out on the channel as well. First play of the game is Mahomes to Kelsey on the right side. Derwin James cleans up. Second and 2 for Patrick Mahomes. Up the middle, first carry of the game for Isaiah Pacheco, and Pacheco's got about 9 yards. And a first down Chiefs. Again, the second-year player out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. Excuse me, easy for me to say. Boot action to the right side for Mahomes. Now pressure in his face. He'll be hit as he throws. It's over the middle, and it's going to be picked off. He threw it right to J.C. Jackson as he got hit as he threw, and Mahomes with the first mistake of the day as he threw that thing deep over the middle. Watch the pressure here right in his face, being thrown to the ground. I think that's Sebastian Joseph Day, and that makes it an easy play for J.C. Jackson to pick it off. And now the Chargers with an opportunity to come out onto the field after the first mistake of the day goes to Patrick Mahomes, trying to force that one in after being hit as he threw. Over 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns for Herbert. Of course, got paid 60 million, something like that, 256 million maybe. With every deal, Deshaun Watson looks cheaper and more affordable. With a quick out route to the right side, Donald Parham Jr. for a first down for the Chiefs. Took a big shot. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Buckeyes. Yeah, Earl, he looked great. I mean, I'm not sure where the slander came from, or if it was just some pre-draft hype and people trying to justify their draft grades. But, like, the dude didn't give up a sack at Ohio State. Like, he was an all-pro tackle. And Division I, high level, like the Georgia pass rushers, the Michigan pass rushers. Like, he's a first-round talent for sure. And yeah, he's a big boy, and when he's probably not in season, he probably swells up into a bigger boy. And maybe that was what it took, but the dude's got all the talent in the world, and obviously a frame that you can't coach that. So absolutely. Heck, he might be your left tackle of the future, and then you can move Jed to the right and get rid of Conklin and put Jed back where he's more comfortable, as the Chargers are going to give up a sack here. Derek Nandi gets in there. So, but yeah, he looked great. I love that they played him the whole game. So yeah, but again, I'm not like that's who we thought he was. Like, he was mocked in the first draft early. It was Paris Johnson Jr. and DeJuan Jones. Mocked in the first half. How about this 3rd and 21 strike, by the way? Herbert to Keenan Allen, a double post, and he threw it to the wide open Keenan Allen for a first down into the red zone for the Chargers. Yeah, it looked like he liked it plenty well to me as well. Here comes Eckler to the right side, and he'll get pushed to the ground for a gain of 3. So, but we'll see. Obviously, it's a crazy game. Things happen. I'd like to see him continue to get some reps, obviously. Pressure coming right side, and he'll quickly throw it to his tight end, Gerald Everett, setting up a 3rd and 4. Eckler, the single back. 3-step drop for Herbert. Now he'll step up in the pocket. Now he'll run for a first down for a touchdown. What a novel concept. A touchdown from a quarterback who saw a spot in the pocket, and he accelerated into the pocket, and the first points of the day belong to Justin Herbert with his legs. And off of the J.C. Jackson interception, the Chargers strike first, 7-0. Mason, yeah, it's tough. Again, I don't ever really remember seeing the injuries, unless, I guess they could have happened in camp. They said it was a combination of camp and the Hall of Fame game. Thomas was probably a guy who was going to be right on the bubble anyway. But Wright was definitely going to be counted on to make this team kind of your fourth edge rusher. So my guess is they'll make a move there somewhere. Remember that everybody's going to get cut on the same day this year. So it's going to be a feeding frenzy on that day. So whether they wait until then or whether they try some different things in the meantime, as Mahomes floats it to Kelsey, and it's knocked out of his hands by Gilman, and another 3-and-out here for the Chiefs, giving the Chargers some big momentum to start the game. So we'll see. Like I said, right now your sort of starters, and some of your backups are intact. But yes, it's obviously a little bit concerning. There's the AFC playoff picture, by the way. So that's what we see there. All those 8-6 teams in the wild card. The Browns have to win their division, which right now they have taken a 2-game lead thanks to that huge win over Cincinnati that we saw a couple of days ago. So, but yeah, I'm sure they're worried about it, and again, maybe a guy like Shelby Harris, or here's a nice throw to Gerald Everett, the tight end. He's got a big gainer to the 38-yard line and into Chief territory. So Herbert slinging it here to start the game. Again, a couple more of these veteran edge guys have just signed. Yannick Ngakoue just signed. Frank Harris just signed. So it's sort of the right time for the guys who want to miss the initial slog of training camp to get in there. Any free agents with ties to Jim Schwartz, I think, probably have a leg up as well, but we'll see. And yes, Watson to Moore is a beautiful combination. As somebody coined it on the channel, 756, because it's 4-8. Herbert now in a 3rd and 1. Short throw left side, first down again to Eckler. The Chargers moving the ball well. They've got all the momentum now to start the game. Chiefs sort of back up against it to start. They could be. Again, the variety that you get with Cooper, Moore, DPJ, Tillman, Goodwin when he comes back, whether that's Jalen Darden in that role to start with, as that one's going to be knocked away in the first incompletion of the game. The receiver room is, and again, the back end of it started getting nicked up a little bit, with Allen Baldwin and Goodwin and those kinds of folks into the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. What a catch, Keenan Allen. Oh my. There were 3 Chiefs in the corner of the end zone. Herbert threw it up for his all-pro receiver. And look at Keenan Allen reach over the top, and he mossed him. And he gets both toes in the end zone for a touchdown. Chargers, what a throw and what a catch. And Keenan Allen balling out here to start the game. Yeah, I'm real excited. They haven't announced what it'll look like just yet, and I'm sure you're not going to see. There's no reason to play Nick Chubb. There's no reason to play Myles Garrett. But it sounds like at least Deshaun and the rest of the ones will get some time here on Friday with Washington. So I'm excited to see how it looks. And then obviously the following week's practices with the Eagles will be really, really telling, I think. All right, 14-0. So Mahomes down a little bit here, kind of been punched in the mouth early. Let's see how they can respond. throw it over the middle. Linebacker, I think they'll be fine, only because they're not going to be playing very many linebackers. You're going to see a lot of formations with 1 or 2, and both Awok and Taki played in the full team drills yesterday. So I think they'll keep 6, and I think you'll only see 3 pretty regularly, and then like Kunashik, Matthew Adams, Tony Fields, and Jacob Phillips are going to be, actually Jacob Phillips might not even make the team at this point. But I think they'll probably only keep 6, and you'll only see Awok and JOK with some Taki sprinkled in there unless there's injury issues. So they're just not as important a piece to the Jim Schwartz defense, especially when he's talking about doing 5-man line, like basically like a 5-6, like a 5-man line and then 6 DBs behind it. Maybe Delpit sort of roams the middle of the field like a linebacker. McLeod comes in to play behind him. Stuff like that, I think, is maybe what we're going to see. But like Tomlinson, Ika, or Elliott, and then like Miles, Zadarius, and Obo all on the field at the same time, and it's almost picked again. And I think Andy Reid's got to go for this one. He's not, though. He's going to punt it away from inside Charger territory. Interesting options. Hey, Sean, good morning to you. Welcome in. Go Browns. That was going to go Adams at the 3 for Tommy Townsend. Nice punt for Tommy Townsend. Angled that thing beautifully towards the corner. That's about as coffin as the coffin corner gets. 1st and 10 from their own 3. Herbert. He's got 1 throwing touchdown, 1 running touchdown of his own today to start the game. He's got a quick slant to Keenan Allen, who's been very, very solid to start the game as well. Yeah, we'll see what he turns into, Mason. I mean, he's a big guy. I think he has that pass rush ability in terms of just exploding and eating up, blowing up a double team and just getting straight downhill to distract from Miles and Zadarius and Obo on the edges. So he could turn into that. But yes, at this point, that's going to sort of be his primary role. And then I think they're really hoping that Jordan Elliott will kind of become what they thought he could be, which is kind of that interior pass rush specialist that they thought they were getting when they got him out of Missouri. Here comes Eckler to the left side. He'll be hit immediately, so it's up a 3rd and 2. Eckler again, 1st down. McBolton throws him to the ground. 7 carries, 21 yards for Austin Eckler. Still here in the 1st quarter, it's been all Chargers. Herbert shuffling, zipping it left side. Caught again by Keenan Allen. He beat Trent McDuffie and just bodied him off the ball, and a 1st down again for the Chargers. They are firing on every single cylinder right now. Look at this ball from Herbert, just right where it needed to be. A beautiful route by Allen, kind of bodies off the defender. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He was pretty bad last year, so that's why he's only got up to go, and here's a big sack coming from Anaduke Azama, the rookie out of Kansas State. That's true. Classic contract year. He might overperform. Shuffling. Left side. Herbert on the sideline. They'll say he couldn't get the feet in. Andy Reid staying confident, calm over there on that sideline. 3rd and 18. Change it up. Trips to the right side for Herbert. 3rd and long. He'll throw short to the right side to Gerald Everett, who's not going to get the 1st down, but they may have gotten themselves into field goal range. This will be from 55. L'Jarius Sneed over there. They're going to take the option for it, but we're going to wait and do it on the other side of the quarter break. 14-0. That was a quarter dominated by Justin Herbert and the Bolts. Of course, Mahomes threw an interception that turned into the 1st touchdown. And even after a chance to think about it, they're going to go for this 55-yarder with Dustin Hopkins. squeezed it in. Woo. Look at this, just right over the crossbar, barely squeaked it in. 17-0 now. As we start the second quarter here, Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports, joining you. Appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to our subscribers. We picked up about 4 new ones here in the last 48 hours. Welcome to you if you're watching. Thanks to all of our old subscribers as well. You guys are the best. Make sure you hit that like button so we can continue to grow our Chiefs and Chargers audiences. I know we definitely have some Chiefs fans on the channel. Blitz coming, right side. He found Kelsey, who changed his route mid-stream to get into the space. That was a beautiful throw and catch from Mahomes to Kelsey. Gets him across midfield. Already 3 catches for Kelsey. Now back to pass. He'll go cream across the middle. That's the other tight end, Noah Gray. 2nd and 5. Motion coming from the rookie Rashee Rice. They'll fake the jet sweep to him and give it to Edwards-Helaire, and he'll be ripped to the ground. That's a big-time tackle there by the defense. Pressure in his face. Right side caught. A beautiful catch. That was Marquez Valdez-Scantling in front of J.C. Jackson, and he'll pick up 10 and get a much-needed Chiefs first down. To the 33-yard line and into into Charger territory. Their best field position of the day. Blitz coming. Valdez-Scantling. It was almost picked. Man, Asante Samuel Jr. really got there quickly. He jumped that route, but Scantling able to get it back before he could pull it out of his hands, and Edwards-Helaire gets a first down. Whew, that looked like it was going to be a pick 6 the other way. Credit Valdez-Scantling for bodying him up and having really strong hands. Spread him out 2 by 2. Pacheco in the hole, fills very quickly there. That's the big man, Murchison, I think. Steve Murchison, backup defensive lineman into the game. Trips to the right side now, 1 receiver to the left. Mahomes against a 4-man rush. You know who I haven't seen? You know who I haven't seen much of is Joey Bosa. Maybe he's nicked up. There he is. He's in the game, top of our screen. Over the middle and knocked away. Good defense there, Michael Davis. And now Butker's kick, and so the Chargers stiffen in the red zone, and the first 3 points of the game finally coming for the Chiefs on the leg of Harrison Butker. I mean, the odds of winning in general are ridiculous, Mason, so the fact that you know somebody who won, I don't think really affects it. But yeah, 1.5 bill. That'll get it done. That will get it done for sure. First and 10 now. Double tight ends to the left side. They'll stretch it with Eckler. And tripped up by Nandi and Anaduke Uzama. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Morning to you, my friend. Eckler, I think we're maybe going to get a hold based on the timing of the flag.
Holding, offense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be Sawyer, the right tackle. Wendell, you could buy a minority stake in the Browns for sure, but my guess is that you probably need maybe 3 or 4 times that much to actually buy them outright. Yeah. I was going to say like 4 to 5 to actually just purchase them straight up. Throw to the left side. Yeah, you could buy a nice stake in them, you know, be a minority owner, own 5% of the team or 10% of the team or something like that, which would be a cool thing to have on your resume, but crazy. What is that? That's the story that, like, Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for like $180 million and now they're worth like $6 billion or something like that. Like one of the greatest return on investments of all time. All right. See if the Chiefs can get something into the end zone now. Quick throw. Kelsey breaks a tackle to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, and it'll be thrown to the ground at the 31-yard line. Huge run after catch for Travis Kelsey. No, they wouldn't let you, Mason. They would be like, this guy's just going to complain about everything, but we're not doing the way he wants us to do it. We'll be like, bro, you need to sign a veteran D tackle, and they'll be like, leave us alone. And be like, but I own 8% of this team. I should make 8% of the decisions. And yeah, I know you'd want to get rid of it, which would be difficult since he's the son-in-law of the owner, of the majority owner. Rashee Rice, a little pop pass across the middle for 3 yards. Left side, short throw again. In this particular case, it may be for the left side. 4th and 1. I would go for it if it were me. Let's see if they will. They will. Andy Reid will go for it. Heavy set with Edwards-Helaire up the middle. First down. 1st and goal. So gutsy call. They run it right up the middle, and now they'll spread them out 5 wide on a 1st and goal from the 3. To pass, left side, easy touchdown to Travis Kelsey. And the Chiefs into the end zone. Starting to claw their way back a little bit. They started this game down 17-0 now, scoring 10 unanswered points. You know the offense is always going to be there for the Chiefs. It's just whether or not their defense can get some stops, and they've gotten a couple stops here on the last couple drives. 6:05 to go here, first half. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here this morning. It is week 16 of our 2023 season sim. We've been rolling along. It's going to get crazy here the last couple weeks for the Browns specifically, as they've got to win, essentially win out to get in. They have a tiny bit more breathing room based on beating the Bengals. We'll have to see what the result of the Ravens game is this week as well. But the division's probably the only way to get in this year just because of the rest of the AFC. Good defensive play by McDuffie. The rest of the AFC is going to have somebody. Right now, everybody is 8-6 that's in the playoff. It's in the wild card spot, rather. And they tried to set up screen, and Herbert even bought himself some extra time and then just had to throw that one away. Now, what you can do, Wendell, with your 1.5 billion, is you can go and you can buy a really, really nice luxury suite, and every time you go to watch the Browns, you got a stocked fridge and all the food you can eat, and a beautiful parking pass, and a bathroom that's private to you, and it's never going to be too hot or too cold or too rainy or whatever. How's about a throw left side? A huge wheel route to Edwards-Helaire. That's what I would do, and you'd obviously have plenty of money. That's probably only going to be, I don't know. What do you think a suite is? Maybe a $25,000 a year investment, $30,000 a year investment to just own one of the suites at First Energy. And yes, I would agree, Mason. It's worth it for the private bathroom alone. Let alone the little waitress that comes to your room and takes your orders, your food and your drink orders, or hey, just bring a bottle of Tito's today. And they're like, okay, here's some mixers. And then, yeah, the little heaters if it's cold, the little fans if it's warm. Go out and watch it, or sit in a little room and watch it on the TV, and it deflects off of Rice. And they're going to have to settle for a field goal. That's what I would do. Okay. I've never done one at the Q before. I've done a suite at the Browns game before. Of course, you may remember that story when my cancer friend and I got to sit in the Mayfield booth with Emily Mayfield. That was pretty awesome. And it was very nice. I've done some for the Blue Jackets as well. I've done their suites, which are also super nice. But I've never done the Q or the Prague. All right, here's Herbert now. Seeing his team give up 13 unanswered points. So he's going to try to go deep, and he'll converts it again to Keenan Allen, who I think got interfered with as well.
Pass interference.
And there it is. There's the PI on Trent McDuffie. I think they'll just go ahead and decline that, take the result of the play, which was a big first down to the 43-yard line. So, man, Keenan Allen has been crazy good in this game. Eckler, fake it to him. Herbert zipping it right side, caught over the middle and dropped. Mike Williams. First time we've called his name. It's been Everett and Allen here so far. Everett, Allen, and Eckler. How about option keeper there, left side for Herbert in his second carry of the game. That's just a couple now, 3rd and 8. Ryan Cook, the safety on the tackle. Herbert, good time for the end zone. Right side, got his man, dropped again. Really nice throw again. Really good coverage to dislodge that football. Not going to get to see it. Now how about 57 yards for Hopkins? He barely made 54 this direction before. Hopkins kick, that's going to be way short. Way right, actually, and misses it. So the Madden kicking curse trying to take away the rest of the Chargers' momentum, and this one's going to be right, and maybe was going to be not long enough anyway. So 2:06 for Mahomes here for an opportunity to get within one or to take the lead. Again, 13 unanswered for the Chiefs. Right side, Kelsey, first down of the 40. 2-minute warning here, SoFi Stadium. Home of the Chargers and Rams. How about 7 catches, 105 yards for Travis Kelsey to start this game? Over the middle, first down, throw and catch again. That's the rookie Rashee Rice, speedster out of SMU. Andy Reid excited about it. Never any panic on Andy Reid's face. He's seen so much football. He's such a good coach, Mahomes, and Mahomes doesn't hurt. Back across the middle, dropped by Pacheco. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, was right on top of Pacheco. 90 seconds to go here. Mahomes on a 2nd and 10. They'll throw quickly to the right side. Edwards-Helaire. Edwards-Helaire will be tackled right at the 25-yard line. Sets up a 3rd and 5. Are they going to call timeout, or are they going to go hurry up? They're just going to hurry up. 1 minute to go. Pump fake left side. Then it goes right, tipped, and tipped, and tipped, and tipped, and finally intercepted by the Chargers. That wasn't even a volleyball play. That was too many contacts, and Alohi Gilman is the one who ends up with it. Look at this play. It was tipped at least 4 times. Once by Gilman, twice by Kendricks, 3rd time by Kendricks, 4th time, 5th time. Look at that. 6, there's 8 sets of hands right there. And finally it ends into the hands of Gilman. That was wild. Earl, I think you've already seen, I don't know if you're a Jake Burns fan or not, but he's already put out a video just even in the first game against the Jets when they're running their vanilla stuff, there's already been concept changes that Jake has been really excited about. Basically last year when they were in the shotgun, they only ran one concept of run, like a pin and pull. And so he wanted to see inside zone. Off of that, he wanted to see some different things. And even just in the Jets game, he saw those new things. So I think running out of I think you're just going to be in shotgun a lot more, period. So running out of the shotgun, you need some different options so that they just don't automatically know, oh, okay, if they run, this is going to be a pin and pull, one direction or the other. So I think you'll see that. I think you'll see some more RPO stuff. I think you'll see, I think maybe just a little bit quicker tempo in general would be my guess. And then I think the biggest thing we'll notice is just a bigger emphasis on passing. I think, they probably really strived for 50-50, maybe even like 55-45 running to passing in previous years, ball possession, play action, shot game kind of a thing. I think it's going to be much more of a 60-40, maybe even 70-30 pass to run. Just in terms of like the volume of plays. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean less touches for Nick Chubb. It just means less touches for the running backs in general, but he's not going to be sharing them as much. I usually see it, I follow him on Twitter, and he kind of talks about it, but he also writes for the OBR, and I don't know if that particular analysis was behind the paywall or not. So no points there to end the half. 17-13 is how we'll fix it. I haven't yet, Mason, but that was so funny. Tom Hamilton is a national treasure. Now they're fighting. They're fighting. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Oh, man, so good. Option keeper again. And Herbert, again, a little bit athletic. Not, of course, the fleetest of feet. But I would say maybe even more athletic than like a Brock Purdy, and we see him run that play a lot. So, yeah, he just talked about some of the concepts he really wanted to see specifically from the running game. And so then he always does a good job of highlighting him. Then maybe on his YouTube channel, too. But those would be the things. I think you're also going to see a lot more 11 personnel. So 3 receivers are going to sort of be standard. We'll have to punt this one away. So still some momentum creeping back to the Chiefs. Is that officially official, Wendell? I'd heard that it was coming, but I hadn't seen the official Stefanski announcement about the playing time. Breaking news on the channel here. Kelsey again on the receiving end.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Okay, I heard some complaints on it. I mean, I had heard Zagura said on CBD from Friday that the plan would be to play the starters on this coming Friday against Washington, and obviously the ones will go strength on strength with the Eagles, but then all of the starters will not play in the game against the Eagles, but then all the starters would play again against Kansas City as sort of like a true dress rehearsal tune-up game. Mahomes. Pressure from the backside from Mack, and he'll get home. Khalil Mack finally gets home again. We haven't really seen him in Bosa much in the backfield right now. And Mahomes will have to eat it as Khalil Mack gets a big sack, 3rd and 23. Trips to the left side. Yeah, Jake he's like a fan, but he's brutally honest. Here's a deep throw down the middle, tipped and picked again. Asante Samuel, and it's the 3rd Mahomes interception of the game, and the 2nd one in a row off a tip drill. Oh my. Mahomes also wobbly. Look at that wobbly throw. Mack hits him again. Tipped up in the air by Woods, and right to Asante Samuel Jr., and now 3 interceptions from Mahomes in this game. Chargers, RPO look, right side. Throw it to Everett, and maybe a yard. To pass. Fire it in the middle. That seems so crazy to me, too, Wendell. Like, if you're going to, let's expand back to the 2 cities we just stole the teams from. Like, that's so silly. So silly. Is San Antonio big enough? There's already a couple of teams in Texas. San Antonio will be big enough to have their own team, maybe. I don't know my Texas geography well enough to know if that's a big enough city to... Obviously, they have the Spurs. Eckler's going to lose a yard there. 2nd and 11. Back to pass, Herbert. They throw left side. Oof! Almost picked again, but somehow Josh Palmer brought it in. Gets the first down. I thought that thing was going to be picked and going the other way. Another first down. Hey, Bo, welcome in. Happy Tuesday morning to you. And there's another run up the middle for Eckler, and he'll be hit pretty hard right near the line of scrimmage. He's had a tough time getting going. It's all right. We're glad you're awake. Trips to the right side. Eckler, 12 carries, 24 yards. He has struggled. Of course, this is the best part of his game, is catching that ball out of the backfield. Pick up 8. Set up a 3rd and 2. I think he's talking about San Antonio being a big enough city to... Oh, ball's out, and it's going to be picked up by the Chiefs. The first turnover of the day for the Chargers, and it comes in a brutal part of the field. Giving it right back to Mahomes and the Chiefs here again. Keenan Allen over the middle. And that ball is definitely out. No need to review that. First down for the Chiefs. Yeah, I think he was answering my question when I said I wonder if San Antonio is big enough to be able to support an NFL franchise. Like I said, obviously they have NBA there along with Dallas and Houston, so if they went NFL there with Dallas and Houston, I don't know, would it just take Cowboys fans away or Texan fans away? Potentially Madden, at least that was a real play. Like, receivers fumble when they get hit hard, rather. Pacheco throws one man off, but the screen's going to go nowhere, and they're going to get 0 yards, so credit the Charger defense, and Madden eventually tries to even out on the turnovers, rather. And we're just going to give 3 to the Chiefs and let the Chargers live scot-free. We've seen that before as well. So today he has, and again, every single one of them has been pressure induced, and 2 of them were tipped. Interesting. Yeah, maybe. Back to pass here, and they'll zip it across the middle quickly. Again to Keenan Allen. So right back to Keenan Allen. That's true. Green Bay is also a very small city. That's kind of a unique... I feel like they're sort of the anomaly in a lot of ways. They're kind of the anomaly of the NFL. I mean, Foxborough, Massachusetts isn't a very large city either for the New England Patriots, but they're sort of like adopted a whole corner of the country. Yeah, Earl, I agree. I was, even though it was backups, you could just see, the energy, you could see the passion. They tackled well. I don't feel like a Joe Woods defense ever tackled well. Like they've got good fundamentals, and again, they run with their hair on fire to the ball. I thought the communication was seemed very seamless. You know, guy goes in motion, the safety and the linebacker do like a hand gesture to each other, boom, and they know exactly what's going on. So I agree. And Herbert's just going to get sacked big time while trying to set up a screen because the screen game is broken in Madden. So after they scored 17 points in the first quarter, Herbert and the Chargers have sort of struggled a little bit now. Herbert with lots of time. End zone. Nope, out of the end zone. They're going to have to settle for 3 again here just to make this thing 20-13. I did watch the first. Did this as the next season come out, Mason? I did watch the first season. I thought it was very entertaining. Really good casting. Earl, I don't know if carried is the right term. We just need our defense to be decent and not give up huge gash plays. Like, keep it under 24 points, 25, 28 points a day. I think our offense is going to get more than that pretty easily. So, episode 1 of season 2 is out. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. Last play of the quarter here. Kelsey fights the ball out of Derwin James's hands. Could have been the 4th pick of the day for Mahomes. Let's flip it over. 4th quarter. Yeah, I would say if there's ever a part of the season, Earl, where the defense carries us, that we're in trouble. We should be balanced enough, offense to defense, where neither one should have to carry the other one. Like, well, offense is going to score 40, so defense just has to keep it under 40. You know, I don't think it's going to quite be that, but it's also going to be like, man, I hope the offense can score at least 14 points because the defense will keep it low. So I think they're going to be opportunistic. I think we're going to see more turnovers this year. I think we'll see more sacks and hopefully less broken down coverages of less big plays. That looked like it could have been a pick 6. Correct. That would be, yes. That would mean that. Left side, Herbert, single coverage. What a catch. And finally, a Mike Williams sighting. I think that's his first catch of the day, and it's a big one to the 42-yard line as the Chargers try to protect the 7-point lead. Wendell, he was talking about the Showtime Lakers show that's on Max, or whatever HBO has become now. I think we're going to get PI. My dogs are back down here. Okay. All right. Herbert with a big throw to Everett for a first down, and not quite goal to go. It's at the 12-yard line. Appreciate everybody being on with me this morning. Phil Nagy on sports. Kit's probably not quite awake yet. I know he had a late flight thing last night as well, but I'm going to try to get week 16, keep it rolling here. We also have a Bills at Eagles game, which was voted on by you, the fans, on our Discord channel. We're bringing that one to you a little bit later as well, whether that's tonight or tomorrow. We will bring that one to you, and then it'll be on to week 17. The Browns get a little bit of a breather with the Rams, the 4-10 Rams. Oh, just waking up. There he is right there, right on cue, ironically enough. And yes, I figured he was just waking up. And Allen's into the end zone after his late night show. Sorry, got to go back in early. Allen's been very, very elite today, and he's got his second touchdown catch of the day, and now 27-13. Mahomes and company need to get it going if they want to get it going quick. Again, this game and that Bills-Eagles game were both the runaway winners on our Discord channel. If you'd like to join us on our Discord channel, you can always do that. It's free and easy to use. There is an invite link in the description of this or any of our other videos, and you can hop on the Discord channel to chat with us between sims, specifically during Browns games. That was a lot of fun. Also, you can vote on which games you'd like to see us do, and you can find out in advance of when we are going to sim, even if it's just by a couple of minutes. Sometimes it can be a couple hours, sometimes it's even a day in advance. So, trying to keep you in the know on the Discord. Mahomes against a three-man rush, and he'll throw it quickly over the middle for a first down. Didn't catch the number on that receiver. Oh, it's Richie James. That's why I didn't recognize him. Pistol look here. 11 minutes on the clock here. Over the middle, Eric Kendricks. Haven't seen him much today. He was their high-priced free agent coming over from the Minnesota Vikings to anchor that second level of this Charger defense for Brandon Staley. Here comes the screen. They actually set it up, and it works for a first down and more to the 10 or to the 50. That's not the 10, that's the 50, Phil. And that is a big first down. A screen that actually worked for Mahomes to Pacheco. Hey, morning, Filligren. Welcome in. Yeah, Herbert started off strong. Mahomes has thrown 3 picks, which has not helped the cause. But here they come now, driving back down the field, trying to make this a one-score game. 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They're going screen again. Left side, and it works again. 2 screen passes for first downs is very surprising. I know, Wendell. It's a very, very rare thing. Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to get gotten in the backfield. That's Chris Rumpf meeting with Khalil Mack, and they both got around their guys quickly. Now Bosa, actually that wasn't even Mack, that was Kenneth Murray. Now Bosa and Mack check into the game. Back to pass. Mahomes, left side. On the sideline, but they'll say his heels were out of bounds. The rookie Rashee Rice. 3:14, or 3rd and 14 with 8:07 to go in the game. Mahomes, right side, short throw. He's got his man Pacheco, and he's up to the 32. Do you go for it on 4th and 6, or do you take the 3? And Reed will opt to take the 3, but now he's really, really going to be leaning on his defense here to make a big stop and make a big stop quickly. 14 and 11 doesn't really do much for me in terms of the score difference, but I guess you got to try to take your points when you can take them. Now 27-16 with 7:31. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports. I am not liberty to answer that for Kit, so I'm not sure how much top secretness there is to it anymore. But maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. I cannot confirm or deny what you said. Herbert to the right side, dump it off to Eckler, and he'll be swarm tackled at the 19-yard line. And Earl, I don't know if you're still on or if you went to bed because you were getting off your midnight shift. I actually don't know the full extent of it, of what he does. I know some of what he does. I don't know if Earl's still on, and if Kit's got to run, then don't worry about it, Kit. But Earl was asking what are the biggest changes we expect to see in this year's offense, and I sort of pontificated a little bit on what I thought, but maybe you have some other thoughts about it. If you have time, if not, I totally get it. You gotta go do your thing. All right, well, they got the turnover, and they only took 2 minutes off the clock. There you go. So yes, he flies drones. And it's not a top secret drone, but some of the things that you're doing on the drones get pretty top secret. Second and 7 now. They got to score, and they got to score fast. Kadarius Toney's got 3rd and inches. 5-yard routes aren't going to get it done right now, Pat. push it down the field, baby. Out of the pistol here on 3rd and inches. Sends Tony in motion. They'll pop pass to Tony. He's got the first down, but not much more. 300 yards passing now from Mahomes. Sort of a drop in the bucket for him. But again, it's taken a lot of time. Screen again. 3 in a row screen passes for positive yards. But again, why are you throwing 7-yard screen passes? You're down by 11 points. That's the 7th catch for Edwards-Helaire. Knocked away by Kendricks, the linebacker. It looked like he kneed that one away. Right side, caught at the sticks, but I'm not sure if they're going to get, no, they're going to get in a terrible spot, actually. I don't think they're going to give him the completion. So now 4th and 3, and they're going to go for it. Pacheco lines up as the fullback in front of Edwards-Helaire. They're going to run it on 4th and 3, and Edwards-Helaire gets the first down. Wow, what a gutsy call and a good blocking by the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line. But still, running the football, that's just going to tick more clock down. We're down to 3 minutes to go. Mahomes, more screens, and this time he's just going to throw it at the kneecaps of Khalil Mack. 2nd and 10. They got to push this thing downfield or throw it to another running back, Isaiah Pacheco, and he'll pick up 0 yards. What is happening? It's like he's padding his PPR guys' stats. You don't need to have any yards. Pressure on his face. Right side. Got him in! Knocked out of bounds. Great play by J.C. Jackson as he knocked the man out of bounds. Couldn't get both feet in. 4th and 10. Mahomes right side. Traffic. And that's the game. Knocked away. And the Chargers defense comes up with a big stop in this AFC game of the week. Is going to go to the Chargers, and I think that's going to even this race up at the top of the AFC West. I think both teams will now be 9-6. Which again, one of them is going to win the division, and one of them is going to be in the wild card. Just further proof at why the Browns need to win the division and not just try to count on sneaking in on the wild card, because I just don't think it's going to be possible. We reach the 2-minute warning. Corey Linsley snaps it back. Go Bucks. And Eckler picks up a couple, and now here come the tight ends, or the timeouts, rather. Well, appreciate everybody being on today with us this morning. This was a fun one. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports. And we appreciate you being on. This one started out gangbusters as the Chargers scored 17 points in the first quarter. Then 13 unanswered from the Chiefs made it 17-13, but then the Chargers took advantage. Took advantage of 3 Patrick Mahomes turnovers. And Hopkins is trying another stupidly long field goal. What the heck are you doing that for? Madden's done that twice today. Kit might be behind the UFOs that Joe Rogan talks about, yes. He might be on the other end of them. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Across the middle to Rashee Rice. But again, just 8 yards. He's not going to get it done. There you go. I said some of those things. I don't think they make him dress up like an alien. He flies this drone. Probably just wears like jeans and a t-shirt, I guess. I don't know. You don't have to be in like any sort of uniform when you're not flying the drone, I would guess. We haven't talked about that before. 3rd and 6, right side, tipped, and almost intercepted again. 4th and 6, they're going to take the other field goal to get it down to 8. Good idea. 51-yarder for Butker is up and good. So, I guess you're going to try to set it up and take the onside kick here. 44 seconds to go. The most exciting play in football. Butker Drills it, tipped, it's bouncing around the ground. Somebody's got it, but I think it's a blue jersey, and it is. That's the backup running back, Isaiah Spiller. But that's going to be the ball game. 27-19 is how this one's going to come to a close. Mahomes threw 3 interceptions, and his defense could not return the favor. Oh, that's cool. Last timeout called there. Just 35 seconds left here in this game. And they will not have to snap it again. Well, 27-19 is the final. Again, everything gets evened up here in the AFC West. The Chargers defending home turf here. And again, started by turning Mahomes over 3 different times in this game, and that was what they needed. He was 39 of 60 for 339, 1 touchdown and the 3 interceptions. Pacheco and Edwards-Helaire both with 7 carries, neither of them particularly effective. Kelsey 10 for $120 and the touchdown 7 for Edwards-Helaire and Pacheco. Like that, 14 catches for your 2 running backs. Rashee Rice with 5, Tony and MVS with 3, Richie James Jr. with just the 1 as well. 11 tackles for Tranquil, who came over from these Chargers in free agency. Nick Bolton also added 11. A sack and a half for Nandi. Anaduke Uzama with 1. Chris Jones with 1. Tranquil with 1. And again, they only turned the Chargers over once on that fumble recovery. Herbert today, 34 of 44, 399. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Eckler, 18 for 38. Herbert himself, 5 for 12. And he also got into the end zone. 10 for 93 for Everett, 10 for 162 and 2 touchdowns for Keenan Allen. Yikes. He was dominant today. 7 for Eckler, 2 for Parham, just 2 for Mike Williams, Palmer, 1 for Trey McKitty in this one. 13 tackles for the safety JT Woods, 13 tackles for Michael Davis, the nickel corner, then Kendricks and Derwin James. Sacks today, just a half for Mack and Murray and Day and Rumpf. The 3 picks rather by Asante Samuel, J.C. Jackson, and Alohi Gilman off of the crazy tip drill where it was tipped 5 different times before it was picked off. All right, friends. Well, this was a fun one. Appreciate you being on with me. Again, stay tuned to the Discord to find out when Kit and I will be bringing you the other game of the week, which is Bills at Eagles. Which is the one that has been voted on by you, the faithful fans. We really appreciate you guys being on with us. Have a great rest of your day. Today we will say go Chargers, and as always, go Browns.